The League is a nonprofit organization which stands for leadership in energy, environment, education, governance, and health. And while we train people in leadership, we also work with organizations and their volunteers. And there's a new role for the volunteer, and that is the role of leading. Very often volunteers are asked to pop popcorn or clean up the stands or do something, and often volunteers are asked to do grunt work. But today, so many organizations need so many resources they can't afford to pay for that they actually serve in a volunteer role, in a leadership role. So I urge you, whether you're a business, and by the way, businesses use volunteers. Who can remember how Microsoft, when it would come out with new software, would send the software free to experts, and they would, quote, debug the software for them. That was immensely valuable for Microsoft. And I know Google has recently sent a new computer that it's generated to a member of my family, asking that person for comments on this new computer. And so we're now in a situation where, whether you're a for-profit company, an educational institution, or a nonprofit organization, using volunteers is simply got to be high up on your list. And you can use volunteers to participate in strong leadership roles. In the schools, volunteers can help with extracurricular activities. They can also help teach. That's clearly a leadership role. In businesses, volunteers, beta users, if we want to call them in the software world, can participate in helping shape the future of a software product and improve its functionality and its utility. In the world of educational institutions at the graduate school level, volunteers can participate in helping lead, whether it's donor programs, whether it's looking at how are we going to create a new program in the university, how are we going to engage our alumni. So the new role of the volunteer, where every person should look at, including nonprofits, is what we call the volunteer leader. They don't generally lead other volunteers. What's important about this new role is they actually help lead the organization from a volunteer standpoint. So I urge you, as you think about volunteers, whether you're using AmeriCorps volunteers, VISTA, whether you just have your own volunteer program or you recruit volunteers for your for-profit, your educational institution, or your nonprofit organization, don't just look for volunteers to do things. Volunteers can think things, they can plan things, and they can lead things. And that's the new role for volunteers. And you're going to be a wise leader if you're able to bring volunteers at this very high level to help promote your organization. You'll find that in many ways you're using volunteers at their highest and best use. And that's really to the benefit not only of the organization, but to the volunteer. Thank you.